Ladies and gentlemen, San Francisco has become a Mad Max economic wasteland as all major retailers are now leaving the city. Unfortunately for San Francisco, they've become the poster child that shows that these progressive policies are a complete failure. So in today's video, I'm going to cover why this is such a pivotal point for US history, also what this means for US citizens, but what it means for investors and the markets as well. Because it's quite funny, in 2020, they're saying, look, it's not riots, it's reparations. Then in 2023, people are like, where are the businesses at? Who could have possibly thought making it pretty much legal to steal under $900 worth of goods would have led to higher crime? And I thought predicting the stock market was hard. So everyone, without further ado, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into the news, the facts, and the data.
San Francisco was the most welcoming place on the planet. I'd never felt at home in a place like I did in San Francisco. It's quite different now. It doesn't feel like a civilized country or city. My car was broken into 5 times in 2 months.
She was the brand president of Levi's and longtime San Francisco resident. She was forced to resign from her position at Levi's and decided to leave the city she once loved.
And yet, it just keeps getting worse in San Francisco, in what has to be one of the wealthiest cities in the country. They pretend everything is for the vulnerable and disadvantaged. That isn't what happened. Just for asking the question, are we sure this is the right thing to do? You are an evil bigot that needed to be silenced. Anyone who expresses concerns or complaints about the current situation is called a racist. I feel betrayed by the people of that city. I couldn't live there. I couldn't look them in the eye again.
So look at this, everyone. Store closures are hitting San Francisco as office vacancies and fears of crime are on the rise. So in today's video, we're going to go over the massive list of the amount of retailers that are leaving the city. Because of course, the mainstream media is baffled and can't seem to figure out why they're all leaving.
Once a crown jewel for retail shopping, tonight the Westfield San Francisco Center is pulling the plug on its famed downtown mall. The stunning decision to walk away comes as the city struggles with homelessness and the perception of crime. In a statement, Westfield says, given the challenging operating conditions in downtown San Francisco, which have led to declines in sales, occupancy, and foot traffic, we have made the difficult decision to transfer management.
I don't come to San Francisco anymore, let's put it that way. It's scary.
As other cities like Chicago and Portland deal with major retail closures, the mall's demise in San Francisco comes just weeks after Nordstrom announced its exit from the city center. With nearly half of the stores set to soon be vacant, the future of those still operating is unclear as the nearby Gap shutters and Old Navy plans to soon close. Westfield says sales in San Francisco have dropped 35% since 2019, while their mall in neighboring San Jose saw sales increase 66%. City officials say remote work and a decline in tourism have changed the dynamic here.
So listen to this, everyone. Whole Foods' decisions to close its flagship store in downtown San Francisco made national news, but it was far from the only retailer to pull out of the area. The shopping district around Union Square has lost several major retailers over the past few years, as reports of crime and drug use in the area have caused safety concerns for both retailers and patrons. The area has lost 17 retailers since 2020, the San Francisco Standard reported in April. This is a sad reality of what's happened to San Francisco. People can no longer safely walk down the street. We're seeing people clean the streets in hazard suits, so how safe do you think it is for pedestrians? Okay, now let's go over the full list of the retailers that are leaving. Well, first up, Old Navy. Then we have Saks Off 5th. We have Anthropologies, Amazon Go, Whole Foods, Office Depot, Nordstrom, Arc'teryx, The Real Deal, CB2, Banana Republic, and look at this, you can't make this stuff up, Banana Republic, and I think America is slowly turning into a Banana Republic. It said in January that it would relocate its Union Square store to another location nearby later this year. The new store will be less than 1/3 the size of the closing location, and its parent company Gap Inc. has reported losses and has said it's reconsidering its store network to turn its business around. People, if you're an investor, this is why you need to pay attention to politics, because for example, example, if you're investing in real estate in this city and you didn't pay attention to the progressive policies that were happening about the rampant crime, about what laws they're putting in, about the huge taxes that they're putting in, making it nearly impossible to do business profitably, well, you would have pulled your money out. But if you're saying, look, I don't want to get political, I don't want to get involved in politics, you wouldn't see what was coming a mile away. Not only this, but if you're a stock investor and you're investing in these companies and you don't see the huge social backlash what consumers are having on these certain companies that push these certain agendas, you wouldn't know to pull your money out. So that's why politics and macroeconomics go hand in hand. But wait, there's more, everyone. Athleta, they're closing down. The Container Store, Crate and Barrel, Abercrombie and Finch, DSW, Disney is closing down. That's a massive, massive one, as well as Amazon and Co. Listen to this. Announced in August 2021 that its store on Stockton Street would shutter. The closure was part of Disney's move away from physical stores. I wonder why. At the time, SF Gate reported that Disney closed 4 of its 5 stores in the Bay Area. Marshall is closing down. H&M, which is massive, they're closing down. And they said this is because of their efforts to constantly optimize and refine our physical store portfolio. Well, I think we all know how this optimizes their store, everyone. The Gap is closing down as well. They said, we are confident that these closures will strengthen the health of our company moving forward. Gap, which owns several other brands, including Banana Republic, Old Navy, told the Business Times last month that it planned to open a new store under one of its brands in Union Square. So that's 17 major retailers that announced they're leaving the city over the past 2 years, but unfortunately the trend is accelerating, and it seems like every single week we're seeing another hotel close down, another commercial real estate building has lost huge amounts of value, and more retailers are leaving. But guess what? It's just not retailers that are leaving, it's just not commercial real estate that's collapsing, the residential real estate market is crashing as well. Look at this, everyone. San Francisco Bay Area housing market crashes and prices plunge 35% from the crazy peak. So again, this is why investors need to pay attention to what policies are going to happen in your city. Most retailers haven't referenced crime specifically as their public rationale for closing. Instead, many have pointed to the safety of our team members, which was the reason Whole Foods gave for closing its flagship store. Well, I don't know about you, but don't you think crime and safety go hand in hand? Unibail Rodmanco Westfield, which owns the mall where Nordstrom is located, said that the department store closure underscores a deteriorating situation in downtown San Francisco. It also cited unsafe conditions for customers, retailers, and employees in the vicinity of the Nordstrom store. Walgreens, for instance, closed 5 stores in the city in late 2021, citing shoplifting. Earlier this year, though, CFO said that the drugstore chain overstayed the problem. I think that's probably because he got a lot of backlash from that. And at the same time, vacancy rates in San Francisco office buildings reached a new record high last month. As in other US cities, the rise of remote work during the pandemic has meant fewer people in the city's downtown are looking for lunch or stores to run errands. Well, everyone, unfortunately, it's looking like for San Francisco, they are in a death spiral right now. Crime is getting out of control, businesses are leaving, services are leaving, the wealthy are going to be leaving. This is going to lead to more unemployment, and when there's more unemployment, the crime situation just gets worse. But the silver lining is San Francisco has been the test for these progressive policies, and now the rest of America can see that they've failed and failed big, and hopefully they don't implement these progressive policies around the rest of the US. Because if only we had a country that we can use an example to see what happens when they do this. Oh, that's right, South Africa. And last time I checked, they don't even have enough power to run the country. But everyone, fortunately for us, I think people waking up to see that this has been a big failure, and hopefully this will bring about change. But everyone, what do you think about this? Let me know down below. Now, for my loyal viewers and subscribers still watching, you're awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.